So you think Clive is looking for me?
Oh, I know he's looking for me. I know he's worried about me. And he should be.
Why?
He should be very worried about me.
That boy life is dangerous. His life isn't, he's just not dangerous with the they said he was doing, but he's in danger. He knows too much.
Hold on to your seats, folks, because we're diving headfirst into a whirlwind of celebrity drama. Suge Knight, the notorious figure from the hip-hop scene, has just dropped bombshell allegations that'll leave you speechless. In a recent episode of Collect Call with Suge Knight, he spills the tea on none other than Diddy and Clive Davis. But wait, it gets juicier. He claims they were more than just industry colleagues.
You know, when it comes to rewriting history, it's trying to rewrite history.
Brace yourselves for the wildest ride yet as we uncover the truth behind their alleged secret affair. And if that's not enough to make your jaw drop, Knight goes on to suggest that Davis played a pivotal role in shaping Diddy's path, leading him down a dark road of crime and conspiracy within the infamous Illuminati. As if the world of celebrity gossip couldn't get any hotter, Suge Knight's bombshell allegations about Diddy and Clive Davis have sent shockwaves through the industry. Knight's revelations on the Collect Call podcast have once again thrust him into the spotlight, with listeners hanging onto his every word.
Well, all due respect to Puffy, you gotta realize one thing. He didn't start off like that. I'm quite sure somebody taught him that, and that's more deep in the industry.
Knight didn't hold back, recounting a jaw-dropping conversation he allegedly had with Jimmy Iovine at the Westwood Intersoap office. According to Knight, Iovine dropped the bombshell about Diddy and Davis's relationship, claiming that the two were not just close colleagues, but lovers. I'm here because Clive Davis told me that him and Puffy's real tight. And, lovers, Knight quoted Iovine as saying, the implications of such a revelation are staggering. Could it be that behind the glitz and glamour of the music industry lies a web of secret affairs and clandestine relationships? Knight certainly seems to think so.
Just believe in they having fun with each other. Somebody been having fun with them.
But Knight didn't stop there. He painted a picture of Clive Davis as the industry's puppet master, pulling the strings behind the scenes. According to Knight, Davis not only initiated Diddy into his inner circle, but also groomed him for a position of power. Puffy get his intern stuff with Andre Harrell. You know the answer already. That started his journey. Puffy started some journeys, Knight alleged. The suggestion that Diddy is now following in Davis's footsteps, using his influence to recruit new victims, is as chilling as it is intriguing. Could it be that the music industry is a breeding ground for manipulation and exploitation? Knight's claims certainly seem to point in that direction.
There's no punishment if they protected by the road, the judge, the DA.
Of course, it's important to take these allegations with a grain of salt. Knight himself acknowledges that he can't verify the truth of his claims, prefacing his statements with the word allegedly. But in an industry where whispers and rumors abound, his words carry weight. The parallels with Knight's previous accusations against Russell Simmons and Andre Harrell are hard to ignore. Once again, he's shining a spotlight on the darker side of the music industry, forcing listeners to confront uncomfortable truths. These men in the industry don't consider themselves homosexual. They consider themselves messing with women, but they really don't like the women because they beat the heck out of them, Knight asserted. As listeners eagerly await the next episode of Collect Call, one thing is clear. Suge Knight isn't afraid to stir the pot. Whether his allegations hold water remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure. This is one scandal that's far from over. So grab your popcorn and buckle up because the ride is only just beginning.
If you add all that type of stuff up, and you'll see how the industry been built on the secret rooms.
But for some keen-eyed observers of the industry, Suge Knight's recent bombshell allegations might not come as a total surprise. In fact, whispers and rumors about the manipulative machinations of Clive Davis have been circulating for quite some time. Long before Knight's shocking revelations, singer Jaguar Wright had already ignited a firestorm with her own claims about Davis's iron grip on the music industry.
But he got a boss too, and his boss name is Clive Davis. Clive run him. Diddy don't run himself.
In a viral video that sent shockwaves through social media, Wright didn't mince words when she accused Clive Davis of orchestrating the tragic demises of Whitney Houston and her daughter, Bobby Christina Brown. According to Wright, Davis's sinister agenda extended far beyond mere manipulation. He was allegedly involved in a dark web of control, coercion, and even assassination. Wright's allegations painted a chilling picture of Davis as a puppet master pulling the strings behind the scenes, manipulating artists like Diddy to serve his own nefarious purposes. And while some may have dismissed her claims as wild conspiracy theories, the eerie similarities between the demises of Whitney Houston and Bobby Christina only served to fuel the flames of speculation.
Because I know things about him that he don't want nobody to know.
Both mother and daughter met to untimely ends in eerily similar circumstances, found submerged in bathtubs just 3 years apart. Whitney Houston's struggles with addiction and tumultuous personal life are well documented, but Wright's accusations hinted at something far more sinister lurking beneath the surface. According to Wright, Davis not only controlled Houston's career and finances, but also introduced her to substances and subjected her to abuse. And when Houston's star began to fade, Davis allegedly set his sights on Bobbi Kristina, grooming her for a tragic fate that mirrored her mother's.
For the purposes of financial gain for those who have access to her estate, including Clive Davis.
The details surrounding Whitney Houston's demise paint a heartbreaking portrait of a once iconic star brought low by addiction and personal demons. Despite multiple attempts at rehabilitation, Houston's battle with substances ultimately claimed her life, leaving behind a legacy tarnished by tragedy. But perhaps even more disturbing are the unanswered questions surrounding Bobbi Kristina's demise. Found unconscious in a bathtub just like her mother, Bobbi Kristina's demise sent shockwaves through the industry, raising troubling suspicions about the dark underbelly of fame and fortune.
But I think the purpose of her death was to gain full access to Whitney Houston's estate.
In the aftermath of Bobbi Kristina's demise, accusations flew fast and furious, with fingers pointed in every direction. Nick Gordon, Bobbi Kristina's partner at the time of her demise, faced intense scrutiny and legal battles, but the truth behind her tragic demise remains shrouded in mystery. With allegations swirling and suspicions running high, one thing is clear. The shadow of Clive Davis looms large over the music industry. Whether he's truly the mastermind behind a web of manipulation and exploitation, or simply a convenient scapegoat for the industry's darker impulses, the whispers of conspiracy refuse to die down.
It's easy for people to say that I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not bipolar, so they can't play me like they try to play Kanye.
As fans eagerly await the next bombshell revelation from Suge Knight, one can't help but wonder what other secrets lie hidden beneath the glittering facade of fame and fortune. In a world where truth is stranger than fiction, the line between reality and rumor grows ever thinner. But what drove Suge Knight to unveil such explosive accusations against Diddy and Clive Davis? It's a question that has everyone in the industry buzzing. Could it be mere vendetta, or is there something more sinister lurking beneath the surface of their feud? Delving deeper into the rift between Knight and Diddy reveals a tangled web of old rivalries and simmering animosity. The East Coast-West Coast hip-hop rivalry of the mid-90s serves as the backdrop for their tumultuous relationship, a feud that has persisted through the years, fueled by suspicion and speculation.
People will start to say it's an East Coast-West Coast rivalry because it was people that's trying to make money. It was true people trying to make careers, people trying to get famous.
Suge Knight's recent tweets from jail hinting at justice for Tupac and calling out Diddy have reignited long-dormant tensions. These words from behind bars serve as a chilling reminder of the unresolved mysteries surrounding the demises of Tupac and the notorious B.I.G., two towering figures in the rap world whose assassinations continue to haunt the industry. The accusations of involvement in Tupac's shooting have dogged Diddy for years, despite evidence to the contrary. Eminem's provocative lyrics only added fuel to the fire, keeping the theory alive in the public consciousness. And while Diddy has vehemently denied any involvement in the assassinations, the shadow of suspicion lingers, casting a pall over his legacy.
So listen to the thing I'm going to tell you. We from two different worlds, number one, him and I.
But perhaps it's not just the specter of past crimes that drives Knight's vendetta against Diddy. The collapse of Death Row Records, once a powerhouse of the West Coast rap scene, dealt a devastating blow to Knight's empire. As Diddy's star continued to rise, Knight found himself on the wrong side of history, his once mighty label reduced to a shadow of its former glory. Meanwhile, Diddy's meteoric rise to success only served to exacerbate Knight's resentment. With a billion-dollar empire spanning music, fashion, and entertainment, Diddy seemed untouchable, a titan of industry whose influence knew no bounds. But as Knight languished behind bars, he watched with growing bitterness as Diddy's star continued to ascend, his own legacy fading into obscurity.
Got it. So you're saying Diddy's an FBI informant, and he's been one for many years.
How would they say? Nothing ever happens, but it's still, like I said, anything.
It's within this context of rivalry and resentment that Knight's bombshell allegations against Diddy and Clive Davis must be understood. For Knight, it's not just about settling old scores. It's about reclaiming his place in the pantheon of hip-hop royalty. By exposing the alleged secrets of the industry's elite, Knight seeks to tear down the idols of his rivals, leveling the playing field and vindicating his own legacy in the process. Some fans see Knight as a beacon of truth in a sea of speculation, believing he holds the key to unlocking the mysteries surrounding iconic figures like Tupac Suge's probably the only guy that knows the answers to all our questions regarding Pac and Big, one commenter asserted, highlighting Knight's unique position as an insider with unparalleled access to behind scenes secret. But Knight's allegations aren't just about settling old scores. They're about shining a light on the darker side of fame and fortune. We need Suge Knight, Cat Williams, and Jaguar on a 2-hour special exposing everyone. The internet would blow up, exclaimed another fan, envisioning a blockbuster event that would send shockwaves through the industry. Before we wrap up this explosive journey into the heart of celebrity scandal, we want to hear from you, our dedicated audience. What are your thoughts on Suge Knight's allegations against Diddy and Clive Davis? Do you believe there's truth behind the claims? Or are they merely fuel for the rumor mill? Drop your comments below and let your voice be heard. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled and your ears open. You never know what secrets the stars might be hiding.